Motherhood already has been such a wild ride. Good morning, you guys, and happy Tuesday. Is it Tuesday today? Yes. The day's well and truly blur into one in newborn life, but welcome back to another vlog. This was so weird. It was literally 2 weeks ago, almost to the hour, that I was sitting here, or standing here, should I say, talking to you guys. We're about to go get induced. And now we're here, 14 days postpartum. I have a 2-week-old baby. Life is good. Life is great. Oh my God, we have so much to talk about. Motherhood already has been such a wild ride. It has honestly been one of the hardest but most beautiful things. And I never really understood when people said that, but like, it's been a lot. I think the gravity and the, I don't know, like just coming home from the hospital and being like, oh my God, I'm responsible for this human, like who allowed me to do this. I think the weight of that really hit me when we got home from the NICU. We were in the hospital for 4 days. I gave birth Tuesday night and then we came home from the hospital Saturday afternoon. It was kind of at that point, like the postpartum blues kind of hit. And so yeah, it was, I don't know, just everything has been such a whirlwind. We're now at the 2-week mark and I feel like we're finally starting to find our feet, find our groove. It's surprising how naturally things have come to both of us. Like I never really expected that. Sorry, he's just waking up. He makes a lot of noises in his sleep as well, so like he could actually very well be sleeping. No, he's waking up. I was just vlogging. I was just saying how naturally parenting has come. Like neither of us have really been around newborns, but you just like pick it up and you're like, oh yeah, that means that.
We had a great example from the people in the NICU.
Yeah, that was like the one good part of that experience, was just like how much we learned in those 4 days. Yeah. It was so helpful. Just kidding, he's asleep. Yeah, neither Nick and I have really been around a lot of newborns, at least not in like our adult life, and so we weren't really sure how we'd go, but everything has just come so naturally. Like especially when it's your baby, I feel like you just know, like he'll make a sound or start doing something. I'm like, oh, that means that. Like, how do I know that? I have no idea. Those motherly instincts really kick in. We have been getting into a bit of a groove, bit of a routine. He's been doing really well at night. He's been sleeping like 3 or 4 hour chunks at a time, which I say routine, like as much of a routine as a newborn can have. But those 3 or 4 hour chunks, honestly, I'm sleeping better than I was in pregnancy. Like newborn tired has nothing on pregnancy tired. I had the worst pregnancy insomnia, so I feel like I've been training for this moment for the last 9 months, and I'm sleeping so much better than I was before. So I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling well rested. It also helps when you do wake up in the middle of the night, you've got this beautiful, beautiful little being to look at. He's so cute. But yeah, Nick just went to the vet. He took Mabel. She had to go get her ears checked. Unfortunately, she has to have surgery tomorrow to flush them out and then start some ear treatment. I don't know what it is. We have 2 spaniels, Mabel and Elsie. Elsie's never had an ear problem in her entire life. I think it's just genetic, unfortunately. I guess it's kind of like humans. Like I used to have bad ears as a child and Mabel has bad ears. So they're just sedating her tomorrow morning and getting that fixed, hopefully, because I hate to see her in pain and uncomfortable. So he just took her this morning. We're about to head out while baby boy is nice and asleep, and we are gonna go to the art gallery. I asked you guys on Instagram for suggestions of things to do. We've been trying to get out of the house at least once a day, and this has honestly been the best thing for my mental health, just to have that bit of normalcy. It was the first thing we did. Sorry, I can't multitask. Let me put you down again. It was like the first thing we did when we came home from the NICU. I think we were feeling like a bit of cabin fever, being stuck in the hospital for like 5 days straight. So the first day we were home, we were like, let's get out. We had a couple things to return at the shops, so we just went out, had some lunch, and we were like, oh, that was easy. Like if we'd left it any longer than a few days, we probably would have chickened out and then built it up in our head to be so much harder. Oh, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Now every day we've been getting out at least once a day to like go get a coffee. It's been a lot of coffees. I can't really do a whole lot of walking at the moment. I'm getting better now. I'm like 2 weeks postpartum from my C-section. I had an emergency C-section. If you guys missed my birth vlog, I'll have that link down below. I cried so much editing that video. It took me like double the amount of time because I was just like welling up with tears, and you guys seem to be loving it. It's such a special vlog. Yeah, I'm 14 days postpartum, so I'm starting to get my groove back. I'm starting to be able to walk longer distances post-surgery, which is nice, but I still can't do like what I used to. I'm still not at the same activity level, which is fine. We are having to learn to surrender, take things slow. This is motherhood, really just like slow down and smell the roses. But yeah, we were trying to brainstorm things to do other than going to coffee and get lunch, and a lot of you guys had some really good suggestions. A lot of people said the cinema. They do like mums and bubs or like parent baby cinema sessions. Oh, are you okay? We might try and do that. And a lot of people said like art gallery, museum, especially while the baby's young and like not aware. So that's what we're gonna go do. I don't think I've ever been to the Art Gallery of South Australia, so watch me go be a tourist. Gonna head into the city, have ourselves a little date day. Nick still has 3 weeks off work, which is so nice. He's enjoying this little bubble. Yeah, we're gonna head on into the city. Wish us luck. I've got our nappy bag packed at all times. I also need to have my final injection, my final blood thinner, and then dispose of that Sharps box. I don't know where we go do that, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, this By Billy nappy bag has been the best. We just have it fully stocked. Spare outfits, nappies, swaddles, all of the things. And Mabel got a haircut on the weekend. We've been busy. We have been busy. You got a haircut, we went to a wedding, and now you look like Karen. Oh yeah, did I mention we went to a wedding this past weekend? Our friends Joe and Ash got married. Obviously 11 days postpartum was like not the plan. He was meant to arrive way sooner than that. He should have been like 3 weeks old if he had arrived on his due date. But I'm so glad that we went, and we were there for like till 10:30, which is honestly quite impressive for him. Like I was not expecting him to do that well, but he just slept and he cuddled. Obviously we're careful because he's not fully vaccinated, so we just held him, or he was in the pram the whole time. But it was a beautiful wedding. I'm so glad that we were able to go. His first wedding at 11 days old. No, that one's not that bad. Why? Why?
As in, I just don't like hurting you.
I'm fine then. It's for the greater good. So my blood doesn't clot. Good morning, you guys. It is now the next day. Yesterday went really well. We had so much fun at the art gallery. It was actually really cool. I'd really recommend if you live in Adelaide. It was fun. He ended up sleeping the entire time. We even went to Homeboy around the corner and got a strawberry matcha and a cinnamon scroll to share, and then continued sleeping. We did a bit of walking, feeling really good. I didn't feel that like pulling sensation in my incision, which I've been feeling recently. Yeah, we had a pretty good night last night. We woke up twice. That's kind of been like our stock standard. 2 wake ups, quick feed. He's a quick feeder. Also my milk is like fast. She comes in hot and heavy, poor boy. He's like choking. Yeah, he normally feeds between like 10, 15, sometimes 20 minutes, but usually around like 10 in the middle of the night, and then right back to sleep, which is quite ideal. He's been settling right back to sleep after his night feeds. And then we're just chilling. We just had another feed, a little morning feed. We have kind of a jam-packed day. Nick's just gone to drop off Mabel for her surgery this morning. We have our 2-week doctor's appointment this morning. And then later today, oh, tell me about it. Later today, we have a photo shoot, newborn photo shoot, which I'm really excited about. So lots of moving parts. I've just washed my hair so I can like semi get ready. I don't know if you can hear that construction as well in the background. They're building next door. which is stunning. Perfect time with a newborn baby. We love that. We've lived in this house for 3 years and they've done nothing with that block of land, and then as soon as we bring a baby home, start the engines, get digging. It's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna put on a bit of makeup and get ready. I should be home soon. Oh, what's wrong? Maybe I won't get ready. Always gotta have these burp cloths on hand. Oh, Nurse Elsie doing her daily check-ins, doing her daily rounds. How's he? Are you happy with that? Signing off on that? Oh, so sweet. Both the girls are just like constantly checking in. They're like, okay, you're good. You have the best big sissies. You're a very lucky boy. Good girl. Okay, well, how am I gonna get ready? With one hand. Might try and put you in the bouncer. How does that sound? I haven't really done the bouncer much. I feel like that could be a vibe. What do you think? You want to go in the bouncer? I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. And then you got a doctor's appointment. Yeah. Talk about a transformation. Like I look like an entirely different woman compared to this morning. My hair is not really cooperating because it's freshly washed, but it will have to do. Next, just in the shower, getting ready. We're about to head to our photo shoot. It's 12:30 and our appointment or booking is at 1. Baby boy is just sleeping. We've had quite the morning. We've had 2 outfit changes already. One during the doctor's appointment and then one between like the doctor's appointment and going to pick up Mabel from the vet, which was literally like a 5-minute drive. I don't know how that happened. Is it us? Like, are we doing it wrong? But I know it's not us. We learnt from the best in the NICU. Those nurses know what they're doing. So they taught us like the best way to put on a nappy. But I'm like, I feel like this is a lot of outfit changes. It's never a blowout, touch wood. It's always just wee. But I don't know if that's just like a boy thing or what. Maybe we need to try a different brand or like go up a size. I'm not sure. But appointment went really well. Baby boy is looking perfect. They weighed him again. He's 3.8 kilos. He was born at 3.225, I think. So he's gaining weight nice and fast. I think since our midwife appointment, they came on Sunday, he was 3.7 kilos. So he's gained 100 grams in literally like 3 days, which is crazy. Like such a little being. So that's good. That's reassuring. Just like, especially when you're breastfeeding, you just actually have no idea how much they're drinking. It's kind of like a guessing game. So you're literally just looking for wet nappies and hoping that they gain weight appropriately. So that's reassuring that like things are doing what they need to do. I also expressed some milk the other day and I got like a decent, I think 180 mils in like 10 minutes. So like obviously my milk supply is there. You just don't know because he's just, there's no visual. Do you know what I mean? It's not like formula feeding where you know they've had like a certain amount. But yeah, that went well. We picked up Mabel on the way home from the vet because her procedure was done. Super efficient. They just cleaned out her ears. She's definitely not herself. She actually just weed inside, which is she has not done since she was like 10 weeks old. So that was alarming. Baby boy is sleeping. I'm debating whether or not I wake him up for a quick feed before we go, but I just fed him and he just went down for a nap. So like surely he'll stay asleep, especially in the car. He really likes the car. And right now, I think because he's so young, he does really well with the transition from the car to the pram. You know, he's like not alert. But I'm all ready. Got on this white set from Charcoal Clothing. They said to just dress him in like a zippy onesie because he'll be in like a blanket, and they have I think different outfits and stuff there. I'm actually really excited. We're going to Kate & Co. She reached out to me on Instagram and offered a little newborn session, so I'm really excited. Can't wait to meet her. Oh, I hear movement.
still share stuff on the story. I'm like, ooh, no, if you drink. Oh, you look a bit milk jug, my friends.
Another successful night with Charlie boy. He woke up at 1 and 4, went right back to sleep. We just had our morning feed, pumped, and now we're on a family walk. We've been trying to take the dogs out for a walk at least once a day, just like sticking to their normal routine, obviously, because their whole lives have been upheaved. What is upheaved a word? Upheaved. The dogs' lives have been, what is the word I'm looking for? Upstairs.
No, he knows the osmo.
We're making the most of this gorgeous, beautiful day, and we're gonna go have a little picnic. We're gonna head into the city again. City goers, crazy. Also, do you like my set? Let me move the picnic blanket out of the way. Picnic basket. I am not making any sense. This set is from the Lullaby Club. My dad said it kind of looks like pajamas. I agree, but it's very comfortable. Yeah, we're gonna go to the Botanic Gardens, set up a little picnic. I feel like that's such a nice little outing. Nick made us tuna cucumber bagels for our little picnic lunch. Got those in there. Got some snacks, some crisp. I never tried this flavor before. Creamy garlic potato bake. Sounds kind of like a vibe. We've got some peaches and cream lollies, and I'm gonna wash some fruit. Got grapes, strawberries and blackberries, I think. All in this cute little picnic basket. I think this is from Harris Scarf. Nick got it for me for my birthday or Christmas a few years ago. And it comes with a picnic blanket. Anything else? Good morning, you guys, and happy Friday. My friend Kirsty just came over for a little snuggle with Charlie boy. I'm just having one of these mama bites. These are new from Minnie and Me, the same company that makes Hydra Mama. You guys know how much I was obsessed with this in pregnancy, even more so postpartum. I've been really lucky with my milk supply. I don't know if that has anything to do with Hydra Mama or these bites, but like, I'll take it. It's obviously working for me. This is their choc almond flavor. It's meant to help with breastfeeding and pumping, postpartum support, hair, skin and nails, supports energy. It's all natural, no added sugar and gluten-free, and it actually tastes good. So I've been having one of these at least once a day, as well as keeping up with my Hydra Mama. I've been loving their new mixed berry flavor. I also love the passion fruit and orange and the tropical. Those are like my favorites. But yeah, Nick's just in the garage doing a Pilates session. Baby boy is having a nap. When he wakes up, I'm gonna feed him and then go for a walk because it's such a beautiful day. I feel like now might be a good time to sit down and debrief while he's sleeping. Gosh, where do I even begin? This has been the most wild 2 weeks of my life. 2.5 weeks, I guess now. Motherhood and having a baby is single-handedly one of the most beautiful experiences of my life. Also one of the most challenging experiences. And I don't want this just be like a highlight reel, as much as we're both enjoying this season and as naturally as I feel like it's coming to me and I'm just like enjoying this little bubble. And it has been a really beautiful time, and I feel like, touch wood, for the most part, like we have a pretty chill baby. I have nothing to really compare it to, but I feel like he is an easy, happy baby, at least 2.5 weeks in. I know things can change very quickly. In saying that, I just feel like this is honestly one of the biggest life changes a person could go through, and you know that going into it, you're like ready for that, you're accepting of that, but like nothing can prepare you for that. You can read all the books, listen to all the podcasts, you can feel like you're ready. Like we were actively trying to conceive this child. We had a miscarriage almost 2 years ago. Like we have been ready for this, but nothing can prepare you for how quickly your life changes. And I was saying this to Kirsty this morning, not only are you learning your baby and learning its cues and how to look after it, and you know he's already changed so much in the last 2.5 weeks, and we'll like try one thing and it doesn't work and we're like, okay, and then maybe next week it will work, and things are always changing. There's so much to learn, but then you're also learning how to do your life and how to live your life with a baby, if that makes sense. Like we're relearning how to, you know, make a coffee with a baby around. I just, like, everything is different. Leaving the house is entirely different. Like planning for things, being organized, I don't know, like your whole world changes in an instant. And like I don't think anything can prepare you for that, as much as you think you know that's gonna look like. Like nothing can actually prepare until you experience it firsthand, and it is the most beautiful experience. I really feel like already it's forced us to slow down and just like really enjoy each moment, but it is a big adjustment, and I can see why so many people like struggle with that adjustment. It's not easy. Like your whole life is completely changed in one moment, and then like obviously add in the postpartum hormones and the hormonal crash that you experience, which really peaked for me around like I'd say day 5 to day 7 or 8. I was super emotional, not in like a bad way, like I was crying a lot of happy tears, but again, like nothing could have prepared me for that. It was a mix of like, I don't know, I went through waves of emotions. It depended what I was thinking about. I know there was a lot of feelings of dread. I kept thinking about Nick going back to work, which he's not going back for like another 3 weeks. So like, why was I thinking about this? I don't know. But I was like, please don't go back to work. Like, I don't know how I would do this. Already like a week and a half later, I feel so much better about that. And like, I don't feel those feelings of dread. Like it was just such a hormonal crash that I was experiencing. I was also crying so many happy tears. Like I would look at Nick with Charlie and just burst into tears and be like, I love you guys so much. Like the love that I have felt, especially obviously for my baby Charlie, that goes without saying, but like for my husband, I thought I loved him before, but watching him become a dad has just like taken it to that next level. And I will cry just thinking about it. Like he is honestly the best dad. And then I was crying thinking about, you know, people that do this by themselves, like single mothers, or people that don't have supportive partners or like family and friends around them. And that just made me cry even more. Like I am already a very emotional person at the best of times, let alone add in all the hormones, and like, yeah, nothing could have prepared me for that, honestly. But it only lasted like a few days, and thankfully I am feeling more balanced, more like even with my emotions. Obviously I'm still very emotional and a lot of things make me cry. Like we were reading, we've been doing like a little bit of a nighttime routine, as much of a routine as a newborn can have, and been taking Charlie upstairs, giving him a bath or like a massage. We haven't been bathing him every single day, but like a massage, read a book, and then have his like last proper feed upstairs in his room. Just like having that association. I don't know. It's also nice for us to just like have a bit of a routine. And last night or the night before last, I don't know, the days are blurring into one, but we were reading one of my childhood books and we opened it up and it had a note from my parents being like, well done on all your reading. We're so proud of you. Love mummy and daddy. I was like, oh my God, I can't. Like, that's the other thing, watching your parents become grandparents. I didn't really have grandparents growing up. Like they lived in America, so I saw them like probably 5 or 6 times in my entire life, and then I didn't have like a set of grandparents on the other side, so I've never really grown up with grandparents. So to watch that relationship already with my own child is just like the most beautiful, special thing. And I love my parents, I love my family. Watching my sister become an auntie, like that was so, oh my God, it's too much. That's been really special. But yeah, I completely understand when people say this is like the hardest but like best thing ever, and I'm sure as time goes on, it's gonna have its own new challenges, but also like new, exciting, beautiful, happy moments. Like I just can't wait for him to be, as much as I love this newborn phase and like as beautiful and cuddly and just the little squish that he is, like I can't wait for him to start smiling and like interacting, and oh my god, it's just the best. But yeah, we are doing well. I feel like I've had a really positive postpartum experience so far. As I said, like things can change, and I'm always checking in on myself, checking in on Nick, because like men can struggle postpartum with postpartum depression and anxiety. So we're checking in on each other. I'm just really lucky to have such a supportive partner. I feel like that makes such a world of difference, and to have the friends and family that I do as well. Yeah, I'm feeling really good 2.5 weeks postpartum with my recovery. I feel like I've been, again, really lucky with my C-section recovery. I'm like back to normal for the most part. I'm still not quite at the same activity level as I was before. I think that's also part of the reason why my recovery has been pretty smooth. I was able to stay really active with like my daily walks. I was getting in like, sorry about the grunting, he's asleep. I was getting in like 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day up until like 41 weeks of pregnancy. So I was really lucky. I think that's made a big difference with my postpartum recovery. But yeah, my incision's looking pretty good. Not feeling any pain anymore. I was feeling like a stretching feeling for a while. Like if I overdid it, I felt like my incision, I don't know, I can't explain it. It's like, yeah, like the stretching feeling, like, oh, I should like slow down and like take it easy. I don't really feel that anymore, which is quite nice. I'm still trying not to overdo it, because I know I've literally had major abdominal surgery 2.5 weeks ago. Like I need to take it easy, but I'm feeling really good. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Breastfeeding's going extremely well as well. Like I really have nothing to complain about. As hard as it was being in the NICU for 4 days, that was like less than ideal, and it's still something like we're both processing. But one of the great silver linings of that experience is just how wonderful the staff were and how hands-on they were with like teaching me how to breastfeed. I feel like that has been a game changer in terms of my breastfeeding journey. I was up in the NICU every 3 or 4 hours feeding him, on top of him having formula, just to establish that breastfeeding and for my milk to come in. And they were so helpful with showing me how to breastfeed and like establishing his latch. And it's been fine. And because of that, I feel like I've had such a good journey. My milk supply is there. She's prominent. I am pumping once a day in the mornings, just on one side for like 15 minutes as he feeds. I'm getting about 150, 180 mils in 15 minutes. So like my supply is there. I'm creating a little freezer stash for those times that I'm not around. But yeah, he's been feeding really well. Sleep has been good at night. He settles right back down. He wakes up like every 2 to 4 hours. We usually have like 2 wake ups. So we go to bed around like 10. He wakes up at 1, 4, and then like whenever he wakes up in the morning around like 7 to 8 o'clock. Babies aren't born with a circadian rhythm, so introducing day and night to him. His day naps are with noise, with light, and then at night time we just have sound machine, a red light, and I feel like that has helped establish like that day and night as much as you can with like a newborn baby. Obviously they have no idea what's going on. I think he still thinks he's in the womb, but yeah, that's what's been working well for us, having a little nighttime routine as well. I feel like the nights he has a bath, he always sleeps a little bit better, or maybe it's just in my head, I don't know. In terms of my birth experience, obviously you guys saw my birth vlog, or his birth vlog, should I say. It's not my birth vlog, his birth vlog. And it was honestly, all things considered, a beautiful experience. It wasn't what we expected or what we were planning for, but I also, and I've said this from the start, this has been like my mantra the whole way through pregnancy, and now even more into motherhood, is just like rolling with the punches, seeing what happens. Nothing is within your control, unfortunately. You can have preferences, and I did have preferences. I would have loved to go on in spontaneous labor and have a water birth, but I wasn't like so stuck on that, because I know that having a C-section, emergency C-section, after having such strong preferences, that would have made the whole experience very traumatic, I think. And you know, didn't come without its challenges, and it was a chaotic time. And maybe I'll go more into detail. I think I want to do like a Q&A answering some questions about like birth and motherhood so far. Maybe I'll do that in my next vlog. But as much of a whirlwind of an experience having an emergency C-section was, overall the experience was really good. Like my recovery's been really great. The actual experience itself with the staff, and like I didn't mind having surgery. I really didn't. And it kind of got to the point in labor where I was just like ready for him to come out. Like I was more stressed about him staying in and watching his heart rate elevate every time I had a contraction and like having no control over that, I was ready for him to come out and just like be in our arms. And he was fine. He came out. He did have meconium on him, so he pooped in the womb, which means he was distressed, so it was good that we got him out when we did. But in terms of like his health and stuff, he was fine. He was breathing normally. We actually went up to the normal ward. Like we had a very normal C-section experience, and in terms of recovery, we went up to like the normal ward before he went to the NICU. I think we had him for like 2 or 3 hours before they did like his general tests, and then found that he had low glucose levels, which is why we ended up in the NICU. And I'm still not sure why he had low glucose. He was a bit of a mystery. Everyone was like, we've heard so much about this baby, little Charlie, cheeky Charlie, because there was no reason why he should have had low glucose. They've also sent my placenta off to be studied and to like figure out if there was an underlying reason or whatever. I saw my placenta result, which was really cool. And it's already started calcifying, obviously, because I was like overdue. It was 9 or 10 days overdue. Seeing that and like seeing the calcification and like knowing that I had an infection, whether that was like an underlying thing as well. Like I had, yeah, a fever, whether I was, I don't know. We don't really have much information as to why things transpired the way they did and why I wouldn't stop contracting from the cervidil. But whether or not we ever have an explanation for that is neither here nor there. We're just glad that he's here and that he's safe and that we're both healthy, and yeah, we still had a beautiful experience. And I think a lot of that has to do with the staff. The staff was so lovely. Like I cannot praise enough how beautiful the staff were, and the fact that we have access to such a great public health system. Like I feel so incredibly lucky. And yeah, we're doing well. We're enjoying this little newborn bubble. It feels nice as well. Like I had no idea how I'd feel about getting, not that I consider this work, but like getting back into vlogging. I actually really enjoy it. I said this before, like getting out of the house makes me feel a little bit more normal and like not just a mum, even though that's like a huge part of my identity right now. And even more so like vlogging, I don't know, it just makes me, it's something for myself, and to like share these memories with you guys and like navigate this with you guys. I don't know, it's like comforting. I'm definitely not working in like the traditional sense. I'm not working on paid partnerships or anything like that. Like I've taken a chunk of time off before I get back into it. But vlogging for me has always just been like a hobby. It started as a hobby when I was 16 in high school, and I'm still here, still documenting my life. Yeah, this is just such a special season. I'm so happy. It's just the best.
I've been thinking about my options, every detail in my head, but it doesn't really matter, nothing matters, so I cry instead. I've been running in circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. I've been staring at the ceiling, I've been staying up all night. Everything I ever worked